Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Hunky Dory Crafts, we have 3 different set of peel-off stickers and an idea book. This is project book number 3 from Hunky Dory as well. You guys, we just had so much fun playing with these, and this is one of the cards my friend Debbie made. This is going to be our giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer can win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, let's take a look at the birthday selection. You're getting 12 sheets, but you're getting 2 of each. You're getting a gold and a silver. This one is so cute. It's got all the little like hamburgers, French fries, stars, and then it's got all these great little birthday sayings. Okay, so cute. And then this one with all the birthday gifts in gold and silver also has all the little birthday greetings. And then we've got this one with just these like circle medallions with happy birthday, and then all these great clusters of balloons. These would be really fun to like color in. Here's another one with clusters of balloons, and you can see there's like a girl holding them, and then these big clusters of balloons. Also includes the little greetings. Here's an envelope filled with roses, so cute, and the little hearts, and it says sending love, so cute. And then here's one more celebratory with the champagne and the champagne glasses, the little crown, things like that. That'd be great for New Year's. And of course the other one would be great for Valentine's as well. So let's take a look at a project that Debbie made using these stickers. So cute. Look at the cute little fast food on the plaid. It's so cute. Open that up, more plaid, so adorable, and you just close it just like this. For this, Debbie used our new 12 by 12 plaids and pumpkins patterned cardstock. It's got on one side all these beautiful fall patterns, but on the back there's some really outstanding plaids. Okay, so really fun. And then Debbie had the suggestion, she used the coordinating cardstock for this pack, and then just peeled off each of those little food sections, centered them on some little squares, and matted them. But they're so fun to color with all of our little tri-blend markers. And she used the citrus blend, the dark red, the lime, the light green, the dull green, and then this new color, which is golden yellow blend. It's more of a little brown. But she also wanted me to remind you that you can use our Prism ink pads, which are a dye-based, like water-based ink. And you could use a paintbrush, you could use a water brush like this, and you could paint these colors in. So if you don't have markers that you can use, you can always do that. So we love that. That is just so sweet. All right, so let's check out another. All right, so this one, let's see, let's check out the card Debbie did for our giveaway. So for that one, she used plants and flowers. Really, really cute. So here are these fantastic little dandelion, the little wishes, which just happens to be Paper Wishes logo. So cute. Here's the card she did. This is a slimline card, so this is 8.5 by 3.5 inches. It's a white card, and she just covered it with some black cardstock, and then went ahead and used these beautiful little dandelions. They're so sweet in silver, beauty, peace, and joy. Added those little butterflies as well. And I did want to show you, let's see, yeah, I have one right here, how easy these are to just peel off. Okay, a little pokey tool is nice to use when you're working with outline stickers like this, but we like to just sort of take the base of the sticker, okay, and then just peel up, all right, as opposed to going with the little heads of the dandelions and peeling down. So just peeling them off just like this, slowly. Okay, sometimes you'll have happen what I had happen. One of them overlapped the other, so I'm just going to peel that off. There we go. And then you're just going to lay that down. I didn't bring any cardstock to lay it down on, so I'll just turn this over. You're just going to lay this down, kind of this bottom part first, tap it down, And then just smooth that out. And what's great about these is they don't stick down like firmly until you burnish them. So you can reposition them just a little bit. So if you have a little bump on them like this one, you could just rub that out with your finger. And then the pokey tool is great for picking up little things like the butterflies, just like that. Okay, and then just placing them around. And then when you get to the words, here we go, just do the same. I like to just go ahead and loosen up the base of the word like this, and then go to the center of it and pick it up just like that. And then place it where you'd like, just like that. Okay, so yeah, really fun and easy to use. Silver, we find, works really, really well if you're putting it on a dark background like this. And gold works nicely if you're putting it on a lighter background. You can also color these, you guys. You can actually take, let me grab one here that I've already used. You can color the silver ones the best. You can color the surface of them. Here we go. So this is the one Debbie used. And darker colors work great, but things like permanent markers, like tri-blend markers or a Sharpie even, are great for coloring these in. So actually, let's choose darker color. Here we go. And you just take this color and just go right on the backing sheet like this. And so you could actually color the heads of these dandelions just like this. And then you'd want to give it, you know, 5 minutes or so to dry, and then you just peel them off in the same way. Go. And I'm going to skip my own advice about letting them dry and peel those off. All these little stems at the end are tricky. There we go. And as I said, these really show up really, really nicely on the like a darker background because of the silver being lighter. And then you can kind of position these using your pokey tool just how you want them. You can see how you can change the color very easily on these. And as I said, gold works well too, but you would want to go with a much darker color. There we go. All right, so that's how that works. All right. So let's go back to this card. I wanted to tell you guys how we do our giveaways. Oh wait, I didn't go through all of the stack of the plants and flowers. So we have these, and we have the hanging plants, which I think is so cute. Look at that, and look at all that you get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hanging plants on each sheet. Here's the windows. How cute to take the window, put that on some acetate and put it on a card, take the flowers and put them down below like a little window box, and then you've got these oval border dazzles, which are so cute. And then you've got a teacup with flowers in it, in the gold and silver. There's a really large hydrangea, just a blossom there. And then some ferns. So cute. Okay, so now back to our giveaway card. So this card, we love to do a giveaway for our Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday webisodes. And all you have to do is hop on over to our Paper Wishes YouTube channel, because we're trying to promote that channel. We ask that you subscribe, so subscribe, like, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment. So like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and Then in about a week, we'll come back to the viewers' comments for this video and we will say, congratulations, YouTube username blank. So everybody has a unique username. So, you know, find out what that is. And when we call that out, then you'll know you're the winner. So it's a good idea to hit the notification bell in the top right-hand corner because we do this every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So you would need to participate in each one of those days to have a chance to win a card. And then we just ask that you know, follow the instructions about claiming your card, and then we'll mail it to you in some Happy Mail. So that's always a fun thing to do. All right, the next one, you guys, is hobbies and pastimes. I particularly like this one. So this one has all the little craft things that us paper crafters, painters would love. You've got your paint bottle, or it could be a glue bottle. You've got your brushes, you've got your scissors. Okay, and then this is so cute with all of the little aprons and cooking utensils. I have a project at the very end that I'm going to show you using those. And then all of the little sewing things. Really, really cute. And then this one is so cute with like all of the little rock and roll things. Very cute. And then tools. Girls like tools too, but this would make a great masculine card. Golf bag and the putting green. Very, very cute. All right, so this is one that Debbie made using all the sewing supplies. See that? So cute. Whispering Florals 12 by 12 pattern cardstock. She used the darker one. Oh, you know what? I grabbed the wrong paper pack. What did she use? Do you remember what it would be, Jeanette? I always get those two confused. She... What is it? Okay, you guys, we'll find out which paper pack Debbie used on this one, and we'll put it down below the video. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, not this one. Another equally beautiful paper pack. This one is 6.5 by 5 inches, and she used the 6 by 6. I can tell you that. It wasn't even the 12 by 12. And she went ahead and she took the little ruler strip and she backed that with black cardstock, and then put that little 6 by 6 paper here, so cute, and then backed little elements of all the sewing supplies with the coordinating paper from this mystery paper pack, and then added all of her little greetings. The little border, she added the tiny little hearts and buttons to it. Really, really sweet. Love that. All right. Gosh, now it's bugging me. I'm like, which paper pack is that? All right, you guys, I promised you a project using these, and what I did was I took a page out of the little book here, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you some ideas from the idea book. I wrote down my pages, so I should definitely do that. I'm really thrown by not having that paper pack. I'm very distracted. All right, so this one, there's a little recipe book right here, okay? And it uses Hunky Dory's binding discs, which you can get at Paper Wishes, and also the little binding tool, okay? So if you're into doing journals or little disc-bound journals, you can make your own mini version. So cute. So what I did was I used this as my inspiration. I did make some changes on it because theirs was 5 by 7, and mine was a little bit smaller. So I used 6 by 6 plaids and pumpkins, okay, for all of my little paper, so cute, and then the coordinating solid cardstock as well. For my base for the pages, and I'm going to finish assembling this with you guys, I wanted something a little more firm than our solid cardstock. So for the base, I used our 110-pound white cardstock, and it's about twice as thick as, maybe it's not twice as thick, but it's considerably heavier than our colored cardstock. And so I used that as the base, then I covered that with this orange cardstock, and then on the back side of it with brown. And that made a really, really nice base. And then I put my little 6 by 6 paper here. I took each one of these little gold aprons, and I backed it with different elements. I just actually used scraps from these different patterns. And then the little hearts, these peel off separately, and I backed those with solid and then just glued those on there. The little with love on here is with this is the brown script greeting dazzle stickers. And added that. And then the little stitch borders right here, that comes from our little collection of stitched dazzles. So cute. They come in all these colors in a pack. I used the gold along the top and the bottom, just like they did here. All right, and then on the inside, I just took scraps of the plaid, put some of the stitched border here, made a little pocket, little tuck spot. These are the little cutouts from the 6x6 paper pad. Added the little scraps of the stitched dazzles right there. These are some of the little baking supplies, little teacups that I added. I inked all of the pages. This is the 110-pound cardstock as well. I inked that with cocoa bean ink and my little applicator tool. I just went around each page. You don't have to do every page, so I did every other page, adding little elements to that. And I thought my vision for this was just like fall recipes to gift to someone in your family. Maybe there's a younger member of your family that would love to have recipes of all the family's favorite things to have for the holidays. And so if you have actual recipe cards that are small, you could tuck them in here. I have some from my grandmother that are in her handwriting that are just amazing that I would just tuck right in here. But then other ones, I would love to have somebody's actual handwriting on here. Sometimes we use our computer a little too much, so don't forget to record your handwriting, no matter how terrible you think your handwriting is. So to finish this, you have your little disc pages right here, okay? And what I like to do is just take a pencil, grab my pencil, and I just go ahead and line up right here with a little mark so everything is aligned like this. And then you take your little punch tool. Debbie and I like to just take this little back off. And instead of using it like this to punch, where you're blind, you can't see what's happening, we turn it over. And you see the little mushroom shape? You want to put this line down in the stem of the mushroom. All right. Oops, there. And it's right on the edge of the book. Woo. And you do the same all the way across. Normally you would have that nice little rubber backing to catch all your little pieces. But we find this just so much easier because then you're not punching blindly. And then you're going to take these little mushrooms and then you just kind of push them around the disc and they kind of snap into place here. And then you have your cute little recipe book all ready to go, and the pages turn really nicely. And then the idea of the disc is that if you want to take one of these out, you can easily take these pages out and reorganize your book, add pages, take out pages, and then put them back in easily. So that's really the beauty of using the discs. Okay, so there's where we are now. And then I want to kind of quickly go back and flip through this little idea book. And on page 33, this was the inspiration for Debbie's sewing card. She told me she really liked how they matted the back of this piece right here. She put this piece here, but she didn't have this hoop piece, this embroidery hoop piece. So she thought, okay, well, I won't add that. I'll just move this part over and I'll put the sewing machine there. So you can sort of be inspired by things and come up with a completely different card. And then on page 22, this one, all it took was Debbie seeing this on black, and then she was like, oh, that looks great. I could do a slimline card, and I could even do it in silver. So that's what it would take to sort of inspire us sometimes when we're flipping through things like this. We're like, okay, how can I make that very different? But you guys don't have to make it different. We try to give you different things than what's shown exactly. For this one, she got the idea of the squares here and then coloring those in, okay? But then she came up with the gatefold card idea and the plaid, and it's completely different. Okay, so yeah, this is just a really fun idea book. Kind of gets the creative juices flowing for all these fabulous stickers. Definitely hope that you check this one out. So here are all of the cards that we have for you today and the recipe book. Okay, don't forget, this is our giveaway card, so definitely participate in that. That's always fun for us to get those emails that somebody's going to claim their card. And the money saver for this is over there on the right-hand side. All the items are listed individually down below the video. And if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes YouTube channel, just look below the video in the description box and you'll see a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page. Thanks for joining me, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.